What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I know I missed a couple of days, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. I'm going to do separate videos. I'm going to do AMC, GME. I'm also going to go over the overall stock market as well. Maybe some cannabis stocks as well. I'm also going to go into individual other positions. But I wanted to give you some news, what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing, because I couldn't talk for the last couple of days. It wasn't even anything that was serious. It was just that maybe it was the combination of me sleeping with a fan on every single night, and then also having these conversations, these live streams every day, which kind of, I guess, teared my voice apart or tore my voice apart. Can't speak English, but it doesn't matter. Before I start, please hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. This is the platform that I'm using, so if you are interested in that, make sure you check that out. And all you have to do is sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get those free stocks. I recently did just get good free stocks from there. I got a couple that were over that $10 to $12 mark, which I was really happy about, and I could go through in another video, I guess. But let's talk about AMC here, because AMC is a big deal, right? People really want to know what's happening with AMC. Does it have that potential? Is it going to be something that squeezes? Well, there was a lot of information when it came to the whole hearing that they had, where I watched pretty much all of it. And it was really interesting. A lot of these congressmen, congresswomen don't really know how to ask the right questions, especially when it comes to understanding what the people had to go through. Really, a lot of them were trying to answer or ask questions on the fact that, should they implement some sort of tax, also in order to pitch their political agenda, mainly like argue their side versus the other. And it's absolutely ridiculous. We're here for one reason, and to see if they were doing anything that was fraudulent, and that should be taken into account here. Yes, obviously they did. So the question should be all towards Melvin Capital, Robinhood. It should be understanding exactly what happened there, understanding that they took out these short positions, and they're going to basically fail. So what's going to happen there? So I don't want to get into that. If you want me to get into a whole spiel about that, then I could definitely do that. But I wanted to make a video. I just couldn't speak at that time. So anyways, this is a long-winded intro here. But AMC was a big deal, right? Because obviously I still have my 1,690 shares, I believe. So basically 1,700 shares. And I'm still at a loss of about $6,000. Now, what's actually happening here is I'm looking for a couple of little pops. Now, my thought process in the beginning of this, when it got to basically that $25 mark up here, was that, oh, it's going to bounce back and it's going to push all the way back up. Well, with the restricted trading, that obviously halted a lot of things, and it also stopped the volume and took the interest away from a lot of people. I've seen some comments over the time that I was basically not recording videos and doing live streams, that people were saying the volume's at 100 million. Well, the volume may be at 100 million, which I kind of doubt that it's even close to 100 million, but the volume may be at 100 million. But the problem is that's not enough. At the peak, if you look at our peak, when we look at one day, if we look at every single day and we break it down by where the peak was here at this $20 mark, right? We're going to see that the peak was at 1.2 billion, right? That's the 100 million is nothing compared to that volume. Even 570 million, basically a half a billion. That's huge, right? You're seeing all of these high numbers. And then as you get down to the current days, 120 million, 38 million, that's just not enough. It's not enough volume to move anything. And if you have 128 million in the wrong direction, then that just means that things are not going our way. So this is the whole thing that I wanted to play out. I don't want people to get discouraged by what's actually happening, because I believe AMC is a long-term play, and that's where it stands right now. The reason why I thought it was a shorter-term play was because we had the volume, we had the interest. People were looking to drive this price up, but with them restricting trades in certain areas, it took the interest away from there. People don't want to invest in there. You could see that with the volume. You could see it goes from 1.2 billion to a half a billion to basically 100,000 or 100 million. And that's not what we want. We want it to continue around that 200 million, 300 million, to see it move. Even if it's moving slowly, you'll still see it move at that 100 million mark. But seeing 38 million, seeing 128 million is still not enough. So that's high volume compared to the day before, but it's not high volume that's consistent. You're seeing 46 million, 60 million, 38 million, then 128 million. and basically at a loss there, and 38 million again. So my overall thoughts of what actually happened last week, the end of last week, was not obviously a good thing. But there's pros that you could take out of it, right? So if I go and look at the 1-day chart, you could see a lot of volatility here. You could see that it's moving consistently. But what do we really expect out of this? Are we going to see a huge push out of this? Are we going to see something to where it skyrockets, where they have a lot of short positions? Well, we don't know all of the detail behind it because they can hide anything that they want to, right? They can manipulate anything that they want to. But from the things that I see and the charts that I'm reading, it's telling me that it's going to be a slow gainer, especially with all the positive news, right? You obviously know that they paid off their debt. You obviously know that they're valued at a higher price target than where they are. Yeah, you could see that they're really fighting at that $5 mark, $6 mark, maybe push up to 7, 8, 9, push up to that point. And then, maybe you'll see the stock market reacting where once it gets up there, they'll start to sell off. Just like it's fighting the $6 mark, it's going to fight the $7 mark, then it's going to fight the $8 mark. But I don't think it's going to be a full swing. You're not going to see a huge increase of this stock. Now, again, if you do, then that's great, but it's not anything that you're going to see as a 50% increase or a 60% increase. There might be a couple of pops here and there where it's like 20% at one time, but then you're going to see it sell off because people are interested in what they're holding, and then they're going to end up selling off because they want to limit the losses that they have, feeling that it's not going to go up again. So my voice is already starting to give out. Luckily, I have my tea here. But yeah, AMC is definitely looking like a long-term play, in my opinion. You could see what actually happened. It was fighting back and forth between the 15 MA and the 200 EMA. You could see that it did increase over the after-hours market, but it's just not enough. You know what I mean? Like, the volume is just not enough. And I keep saying this because it's definitely relevant in this situation. You need to have volume in order to increase the price exponentially. That's what you need. So no matter if they have short positions out, no matter if everybody is selling, you see the price go down to an all-time low, you're not going to see that increase unless you see that volume on the buy side. And you really do need to see it. Eventually we will, but it's going to be, a couple of days. It's not going to be every single day for like 5 days straight out of a week. That's not going to be the case. So I'm trying to be realistic with everybody and tell people that it's not about the fact that you're going to get rich right now. It's going to be the point to where you're going to gain a lot of money throughout the long haul. So that's my opinion on AMC. Let me know what you think. Obviously, a lot of people that I'm seeing are thinking that it's a long-term play as well, because that's where I'm standing, especially being at a $6,000 loss. It does look like it is a long-term play. The problem is that I could have gained so much more money by not investing in AMC, but because I was for the cause and seen the potential, but for the hedge funds and Robinhood to really strip that away from us, it was absolutely ridiculous. So it made me invest into something thinking that it was going to be more of a gambling effort, but it just didn't work out. So let me know what you think about it. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. If you want to check out this platform, that's the link. Click that link, sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get free stocks. But that's my video. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.